Hi, hello everyone. Welcome back to the Salesforce real-time scenario series. Today we are going to discuss to the another real-time scenario in the LWC component. So here is our use case is the we need to navigate to the one component to the another component, and we have to pass the object data from the one component to the another component without using the any aura. So we need to navigate it to the one component to the another component, and we need to pass the data from the one component to the another component. So here we have the two components, for example component A and component B. When the component A I given by the some data, that data I need to pass it to the component B. At a time I want to pass it to the object data. Okay, mine means we have the couple of fields data I want to pass it by the at a time. Okay, and next come to the here, the main point is the without to using to the aura component. Without using to the aura component, we need to pass it to the one component to the another component. Okay, so here is the output. Let's see the here. For example, I have the component A. Here I am going to give it by the test LWC. Here phone number, something I am entering. Once I click on to the here, it is navigating to the another component, and that to this data it's passing. So here click on to the next. So it is navigating to the component to B, and here you have to see the our object data also be the passed. Our object data also be the passed, like name, phone number, email, couple of fields we have now. All fields information we are going to pass it to the component A to component B. So this is the our use case. So how we are going to implement this use case? Let's see the step by step. As for the acceptance criteria, we click on to the button, then only we need to navigate to the component A to component B page. Okay, and that too here we have to use it for the navigation maxing. We have to navigate to the one component to the another component. The main aim is the don't use to the aura framework. We have to use it for the only LWC. Without to using the aura component, we are navigating to the one component to the another component. Let's see the here how we are going to develop by the step by step. Come to the Visual Studio, create the first component A. So here real-time scenario. So navigations component A. Navigations component A. So this is the our component A. So as for the requirement, we are going to take it by the one field here. Okay. So here we have to take it by the like phone number, name. So lightning, card title, component A. So in this, I'm taking by the one field lightning input. So label name. So here we are going to take it by the on change. When it is change, we are going to holding the data, right? So change. So here we have to take it by the handle change name equals to we are giving to the name. Okay. Similar way, I'm going to take it by the another field, that is the phone number or email, your wish. Lightning, input, label, phone, on change. Here handle change, name equals to phone. So similar way, we are going to take it by the email as well. Okay, so let's come to the here. Lightning input, label equals to email, on change. So here handle change. Name equals to here email. Now here we have to take it by the one button. Next button, when we click on the next button, it should be the navigate to the our page. Okay, it should be navigate to the next component. So that's why here we have to take it by the one button. Lightning button, variant brand, label equals to next. So on click handle next. Okay, I think so. Here we have something fishy. So here, yeah, this is the miss. That's why it's showing an error. Let me save. Okay. So up to here, we have to give it by the targets first. Let's see the output. True. Targets. So target lightning double underscore app page. Closing by the target. So let's deploy this one up to here first. So come to the our org, create by the one app builder. Click on new. Click on to the next. Navigations. Okay, click on to the next. One region. Done. Let's search it by the our component name. Navigation component here. Let's drag and drop here. Click on save. Click on activate. Give it to the here Salesforce real-time scenarios. So back to the page. So now search with the navigations. So now here name, phone and email. We can able to give it by these information. As for this capturing purpose, we have taken by the name, phone, email and the next button. So once we click on to the on change, right, handle change, we can capture by the phone, email and we can pass it to the one component to the another component. Let's see the how to capture first. Enter the data, come to the JS. So handle change. So let's take it by the here event. So constant cname equals to event dot target dot name. Constant c value. What we are enter the value, we have to hold it right. Event dot target dot value. So this information we need to store it right. That's why here I am taking by the one object notation, that is the here. So my obj data. Okay, I'm taking by the my obj data. This is the object notation format. This is the object notation format. So now here we have to capture by the data this dot my obj data of CNAME equals to C value. So CNAME is stored by the, like here we are given the namings, name, phone, email will be the stored. Okay. Name, phone, email will be the stored by the here. Then here we have to the handle. Next, let's see the here what we are enter data it is holding or not. Console.log. So here JSON dot stringify the our data. So let's save here. Let's deploy this one. Sorry. Let's deploy this one. It's deployed. Let's come to the here, refresh by the page. So here I'm going to give it by the test LWC, phone number 123 something, email test@.com. Once we click on to the next, we can able to call it by the our handle next button. Let's check it by the console log. See here, name is the test email, phone, email. When we click on to the next button, it is called by the our enter the data, automatically called by the handle change method. Each method, when it is changed by the each input value, that name will be stored by the here, value will be stored by the here. Okay, then we click on the handle next, we can capture by the all the information. When we click on to the here handle next now, so next button, here we are captured by the our object data. Okay, so up to here, how to capture by the input fields information and how to hold the user enter the values. User enter the values up to now we have seen to the here. Now let's see the here how to navigate to the this data one component to the another component. Okay, how to navigate to the one component, another navigate. So when you are going to navigate to the one component, the another component, we have to the import by the our components. Okay, we need to import by the our component. So here import max navigate, we can import. So here navigate mix in. Okay, navigation. So what? Not for the navigate, navigation, mix in from. So here we are going to the navigating to the our component. Okay, C dot. Sorry. So here we have to give it by the our navigation. So what is the our navigations? So how we are going to navigate to the here one component to the another component, right? So we here we are going to give it by the from import navigation. Okay. So here we can give it by the from lightning slash navigation. Okay, we are going to give it by the lightning slash navigation. Here we are going to give it. Here we have to log in by the sorry import by the navigation maxin, and here from we are going to give it by the navigation lightning slash navigation. So when you are going to use it to the here navigation mix in a must and should we need to extend it to the this one as well. So like this we can extend it to the our navigation mix in. So now our main goal is the how to navigate to the one component to the another component without using to the Aura component. Aura component, how we are going to navigate to the sorry, one component to the another component. So here we have to take it by the one variable let cmp def. Here your wish, you can take it by the any variable name here. So it is the object notation. It is the object notation. Very careful to observe. This is the important. Let component definition. Curly our JSON format is open. Curly bracket open and close. In this, we are giving to the component definition. So this is the our standard syntax component definition. So here we are going to give it by the our another component name. Here we need to give it by the another component name. So that's why here we can quickly create it by the another component. Control Shift P. Here RT. So here navigation. So here component B. This is the my component B, another component name. So now here I created by the another component. That component name I am going to give it by the here. See here. Our another component name you have to give it by the here. Okay. So here component definition. Here we can give it by the which component you want to navigate. That component name you can give it to the here. Okay. Then later. So now here we have to the next step is the we need to the encoded by the this component as per the Salesforce standards. We need to change it by the this information to the base 64, that is the encoding to the our data. So that's purpose let encoded our component. You will take it by the any naming conversion, that is the your wish. So here we have to change it to the base 64. That format is the BTOA. This is the base 64. It is converting to the base 64 format. Which one you want to convert? This whole our component. This whole our component we need to converting into the base 64. So this is the by default is the object type notation, right? We are taking by the curly bracket open close. Now this is the object notation, but we need to change it to the string format. So that's why JSON dot stringify cmp def. Here we are taking what is our variable name. That variable name you have to take it. We have to converting into the string format. JSON dot stringify. Okay. So now this is the encoded is the mandatory. Okay. So initially we have taken by the one component definition. In that component definition, which component you want to navigate, that component name, give it to the here. Then here we have to change it by the base 64 format. Then here we have to navigate to the component name, this of navigation mixin. Okay, so dot navigate. So this is the here we have to the method symbol like this syntax. This of max navigation dot navigate. We need to use it for the here type equals to web page. Standard. So here we have to use it for the standard web page. We have to use it for the web page. Next is the here we have to use it for the attributes. So here we have to use it for the attributes. Okay. So now in this attributes, we are going to use it for the URL. When you are using the web page now here, you have to use it for the URL. So what is the URL? We need to use it for the here. So this is the standard syntax 1/1 dot app slash. You need to navigate to the URL page. You can give it by this /1/1 dot app slash. Plus what is the our encoded format? This is the our encoded format. In this we are given sorry. In this we are given by the our component name. So first step is the we are taken by the one variable. In that variable we can give it by the which component you want to navigate, that component name. Next step is the we need to do for the base 64 format. Then after we need to navigate by the web page. This is the URL for the 1/1 dot app slash, okay, dash, this is slash. Okay, now we have to give it by the our encoded component by the here. Okay, so like this we are going to navigate to the one component to the another component. Let's save this and deploy. Let's come to the component B now. In this at present we are not writing anything, just I am writing by the in this. This is my component B. That's it. And I am giving to the here targets. Component B also I am giving by the targets. So save, I am deploying to the second component. Component B also I am deploying. So component B also be the deployed. Okay, so what we did in the component A, this is the navigation part we are implemented by the in the component B. Once we click on to this button, handle next button, automatically this will be the executed and navigate to the component B page. So let's come to the here. We can refresh by the page. So here we have to refresh by one more time. So let's come to the here. We have to take it by the max navigation here. We are using to the here lightning slash. So one more time, we can refresh by the page. So here also we can give it by the. So let's redeploy it by the component A. So navigation mixing, everything is fine. Let's refresh by the page. Related details, something showing by the here. Let me come to the here. Component A, component B, we are given, right? Component B is the deployed. What I'm thinking here, it is the issue import. We are given by the proper syntax, right? So here, okay, here, navigation, here typo mistake. So here we have the, so that is the problem. So here navigation. So here save and deploy. So let's refresh by the page. Yeah. So this is the typo mistake, navigation typo mistake is came. That's why it's not appear by the earlier. Now here you have to observe test LWC something phone number test email.com. So once we click on the here, you have to observe it is navigated by the component B. It is navigated by the component B. Okay, let's back to the here. Again, you click on to the next. It is navigated to the component B. So like this, we can able to navigate to the one component to the another component. One component to the another component. Okay. So our next goal is the how to pass the this data. This data we need to pass it to the component B, right? So how we are going to pass it by the data from the component A to component. Actually, I have the couple of fields, right? Like name, phone, email. Each field separately. I'm not going to the uh, mm, pass it to the from the component to component B. Object to information. This is like an object information, right? So how to pass the our object information? So due to this passing purpose, come to the component B. Let's take it by the one variable. So here my object data. Let's take it by the any other thing. So CMPB. For understanding purpose, I am taking by the component B. This is the my variable object notation type. Okay. So my object data component B. This is the my object notation. Now here we have to pass it to the data to the this variable. So very important thing, this variable is the private, right? When we are using to the within the component, if you not mentioned by the anything, it is the private. But I want to pass it to the data to the this object notation. I want to pass it to the data this object notation. Na? So make it as the public. How we are going to make it as the public at the rate API. So when you are giving to at the rate API, this make it as a public. We can able to use the this property within the component and outside of the component as well. If we are not given by the at the rate API decorator, we can able to utilize to the within the component only. Within the component only. Now come to the this is you have to copy this. So here we have to the comma. So attributes. So this is the attribute we are declared, right? In this component, we are declared by the properties this one. We are using the outside of the component. This is the component B. But this variable we are using into the component. That's why we are make it as a at the rate API. So now which data you want to pass it? This is my object data, right? So that's why here this dot my object data. So like this, we can able to at a time pass it by the object information like name, phone, email in the single transaction. Separately name, phone, email, no need to pass it to the one component, another component. At a time, you can pass it by the object data. Let's save, deploy here up to here first. Now after component B received this data, right? After component B received this data, right? This data we need to display into the UI. So that's why here we have to take it by the lightning card title component B. So template if true my object data CMPB. If you data we have, then only we need to display. Okay, this is the our variable name, right? Here we are declared by the this is the our variable name. Okay, so now come to the here. We have to take it by the paragraphs. Shortcut directly I'm writing by the here. Name, phone, email. Name, phone, email. Okay, component B dot name, component B dot phone, email. We are printing the phone, email and name values. Okay, let's deploy this one. So already you are aware of this. That's why I'm directly highlighting this one. I'm not typing to the line by line. Okay. So this is our variable dot name. This is the property dot phone, property dot email. Okay. So sorry guys. Let's back to the here. Refresh by the component. So here we have to take it by the test component A. So double line, double line, double line. Okay, I'm going to give it by the abc@abc.com. Once we click on to the next, this whole information will be the pass it to the component A to component B. See here, component B, name, phone, email, what we are going to deploy, right? So individually, we are not deployed by the information like phone, email. At a time, we are passing to the our object information here. We are passing to the object information. So like this, we can navigate to the one component to the another component without using the Aura component, and we can able to pass it to the data from the component A to component B. Here we have the declared by the one variable. In this we have to define by the component definition. Here which component you want to navigate by that component name. So you have to pass it to the data another um, component, right? We have the declared by the that variable into the another component, nothing but the component B, and we are giving by the at the rate API decorator. Why? Because we are using the this variable into the outside of the component. So once back to the here, we have to pass it to the our data. So when we are going to navigate to the component A to component B, we are going to the change it to the base64 format. So that's why here we are going to give it by the BTOA, it is changing to the base64 format. So finally, we need to navigate, right? We can give it by the standard double underscore web page and attribute 1/1, sorry, 1-1 app slash encoded format. So this will be the navigating to the one component to the another component. This is the our output. So test something, click on to the next. It is navigating to the component B. Okay, I hope it's clear how we are implemented by this use case. Stay tuned for the more real-time scenarios. Thank you.